6:30 in the morning for you to get up there, Coach. You don't know how true that is. Well, tell us, how's it been at Faith coming over there?
It has been a great experience. It's been welcoming. They have welcomed me with open arms, and it's been good to get to know the administration there, the staff there, the teachers, and the student athletes as well.
You had an opportunity in the June to really get after your team and for your team to be accustomed and acclimated to your voice and your terms and your terminology. What did you learn in June about your team, and what did they learn about you?
Well, we had 3 days to put in my stuff, so there wasn't much put in, but we started with some basics, and it was a learning experience for both of us, myself and them, and we come out fared pretty well out of our 15 games, and saw some promising things that we can work with and use this year with these young ladies coming back. I have 10 returning from last year's team that went 22-8. Only 2 starters are returning, but another 8 players are returning as well. So, they're a good group of young ladies that we've been doing individual workouts with and so forth over the summer and the beginning of this school year. And they've responded well. They're eager to learn, and that's all I can ask for.
You coached on that college level, having that opportunity with that on your resume. The young ladies, they see that, they Google that, they know that. How, with that being said, do you let them know this is what it will take? Because some of them do aspire to play on that next level, and you do have some next level athletes on your roster. How does that help you and benefit them as well?
They have listened very well, the small time that we've been together, and so just being able to push them with the basics of techniques of the game and how hard it takes to work and to push through becoming a better player, and making them stronger mentally and physically. And so I think that's one of the biggest things, trying to get them what is expected of them at the next level. Being on time, being prepared with your schoolwork, being ready to work, having your gear ready and not being half dressed or half prepared, and showing up ahead of time, not on time, because if you show up on time, you're late. And so those things we're trying to instill in them overall, that is going to help them as a student and an athlete, especially going to that next level.
Coach, again, you play college ball and stuff like that. What do you tell your players about being a student athlete? How important that is, and how the academics should come first before playing on the court?
That's our main focus with them. Is it starts in the classroom, and taking care of their grades and turning in their homework ahead of time and getting help when they need help. And because all that, taking care of business in the classroom, you're going to be able to take care of business on the court. You can't have basketball over classes, and that comes first. And they're learning that. They've seen that. They've been preached that before. But it not only helps in the classroom, it helps in the game of basketball and then in the game of life. You want to hire a young lady employee that is a strong woman, that is confident in herself, and that's going to do it the right way, and be loyal. And so we're trying to instill those things in these young ladies.
Leah Austin and Ashanti Lipscomb, I know you probably been getting some phone calls about them. Just talk a bit about their recruitment and so forth.
Both of those young ladies have received calls and looks and so forth from schools. They have an opportunity to grab one of those scholarships out there. And how well of a season they have this year is going to depend on where they end up and what school is a fit for them. trying to get them to understand where they can go and fit in, because there's a lot of scholarship basketball money out there for females these days. And, there's an opportunity for them to grab one of those and have that education paid for, to better themselves. And so, just them they're not get so stressed out over it, and just take care of the things that they can take care of. They can take care of their schoolwork, how hard they work in practice, how hard they work in the weight room, how hard they push themselves, and getting enough sleep and eating and drinking enough water, are those things they can control. And if I can get them to control those things, all this other stuff, scholarship offers, will take care of itself, because they don't control that. And the stress and the anxiety that can bring to a senior, and their parents can be overwhelming. But I'm hopefully I can balance the grade for them.
What was Coach Ed's recruiting punch to finally get you to come?
He stayed after for 9 years. I give him the persistent award. He was persistent. When I left University of Mobile in 2008, I took six years to be a wife and a daughter and be more involved at church. And then the next 6 years, I spent caretaking for my parents. And did it in my home, brought them over from Louisiana in 2013, did it there for a year, and then the other 5 years I did it back and forth to Louisiana. And since then, both of my parents have passed, and that kind of opened up my schedule. And there's no doubt that God has prepared this time for Faith Academy girls basketball and for Martha Algernon. It is just an open door that God provided at the perfect time, because, like I said, Coach Head had been knocking for 9 years, and it just was not a good timing for me personally. And so, but now I think it's a great timing for the school and for myself.
Inside-outside game, you mentioned Ashanti Lipscomb and Aaliyah Austin. You have a left-handed sophomore guard as well, that I know, her last name escapes me right now, but she's a youngster who I know played middle school against me a couple of years ago at UMS. But being, what's her name?
Hunter? Is it Kellen? She's a freshman.
Freshman.
She's been there for.
There you go.
I was like,
freshman. She's a freshman. Having the ability to have that inside-outside game, I know that's something that you kind of stress and you kind of worked on throughout the summer.
Yeah. We're going to attack the middle first. We're going to the middle. Aaliyah should touch the ball the first several possessions to bust open the inside. And when you can break a team down from the inside, then everything else is going to open up from the outside. And so using Aaliyah and Reagan Lyons is a kid that was not on the team last year that'll be here this year, and Ayanna Nobles and TK Taylor Kidd, those four young ladies inside will be what we designed to go to first. And Kellen is an talented young lady, and she's just a freshman. I've been told she's been playing there for years, and so she's just a freshman, and I, have enjoyed working with her this summer as well as all the young ladies, and just improving their skill work and their techniques and learning the game of basketball, being able to read defenses and pick them apart. And I think we're going to get better at that.
Did you do much basketball stuff while you were away? I mean, did you follow it all?
I went to a couple Final Fours, stayed in touch with a few friends, that coach college, my friend at Troy, Shanda Rigby, and Coach Curry at Alabama, and I know Kim Mulkey at Baylor, but, not hands-on, not coaching, usually watching on TV. The commentators tick me off, and so I just didn't watch very much of it. Went to the playoffs, some of the playoffs, got to see Terry Fowler's team at South play over the years here, and watched them, in their tournaments and stuff, but not really.
Did you think about getting back into it? Did you ever think it would happen? Or?
I never did. I know it's a big passion of mine. I was able to grab one of those scholarships out of high school and get me an education and also get a master's degree paid for through a scholarship. So I know how beneficial that is to a young lady. But I really didn't think about getting back into it. No.
Until Woody kept pestering you.
Yeah. I did, when you're caretaking for your parents or for anyone else in your family, it's an overwhelming job. It is, it takes you down, it mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, it bottoms you out. And you cannot do caretaking alone. And I tried that for a little while, and it does not work. And so when I was in that, I could see no future, none. And, when I'd go home and spend some time with my mom in the last couple of years, she would say, "You're going to go back to coaching after I die." And I'm like, "What are you talking, where's that coming from?" But she knew me. And so, yeah, that door opened, and, why not?
All right. Well, we look forward to seeing your team this year.